So yeah, we're quite far in the lead on that. At least 100 points more than Slytherin. Slytherin's the only one you ever need to worry about.
Happy Valentine's Day, Harry! How many cards have you received? So far, I've only received 46. But the day is still young. I've arranged a little surprise for you and the rest of the students at Hogwarts. My friendly card-carrying cupids!
Oh, you, Harry Potter, stay there. I've got a musical message to deliver to you.
Valentine's cards? Ugh! Keep away from me!
No, yeah, we're being chased by these. It's kind of like the troll chase in the first game, but we have this instead. The most random thing ever, and like the fact that Lockhart sends it to us as well, it's kind of humorous. Oh dear. The music as well was like... It's not really fitting, actually. It's the same music that played at the beginning of the game when you was at Ron's house. So I was thinking about humming the Crash Bandicoot Boulder theme, but I felt like that one would be a little bit more harder to hum. It also wasn't the first one that came to my mind, actually. Well, I mean, I guess I could make the other reference. It's not quite the gum truck, but just as scary. Yeah, the hardest part about this is just making sure you don't fall down the gaps, really. Having them to avoid these guys isn't actually that hard, and running away from them is pretty easy. They're not very fast. It's like I said, it's making the jumps, especially when they have sections like this. Oh, damn. Does that instant death? Wow, that's instant death. If that might end up spawning me in the first one, and if it does, we're going to skip right to the third one. Okay guys, we're on the third one again. I did have a thought that you could use this area to grind for Bertie Bott's every flavour beans if for some reason you need them. Because, like, you just die and you can just pick them back up again. It's a bit of a pain that, like, that kills you, like, instantly, though. Like, it's quite surprising. Like, 'cause this isn't, like, the hardest game in the world. It's pretty easy, but, like, the fact that they, like, add something like this, that just makes it a little bit harder. But that wasn't even that hard, so I don't even know why I died in the first place. Oh well. It happens. I've got the book again. Time for more plot.
Harry flicked through the blank pages of the diary. Then he pulled out a bottle of scarlet ink, dipped his quill into it, and dropped a blot onto the first page. Excited, Harry loaded up his quill and wrote, "My name is Harry Potter." Then at last something happened. Oozing back out of the page came words Harry had never written. Harry nearly upset his ink bottle, and then more words appeared on the page.
I know all about the Chamber of Secrets. 50 years ago, the chamber was opened and a girl was killed. I caught the person who opened the chamber all those years ago.
Harry paused for a second, and then wrote 2 letters. O.K. The pages of the diary began to blow as though caught in a high wind, and then the diary seemed to open up, and Harry was pitched head first into the opening. Harry saw that he was standing in a corridor in Hogwarts dungeons. Peering through a crack made by an open door was a boy of about 16. Harry knew at once that this was Tom Riddle, the owner of the diary. Then Harry heard someone speaking in a low whisper.
Come on, we've got to get you out of here.
Come on now, in the box.
The voice definitely belonged to Hagrid, who, Harry now saw, was crouching down in front of a large box. Riddle suddenly stepped out from the doorway.
Evening, Rubeus. It's all over. I'm going to have to turn you in. The least Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing that killed that girl is slaughtered.
The young Hagrid rose up to his full height and roared at the top of his voice.
It wasn't him. He wouldn't. He never.
And then, from out of the box came something that made Harry let out a long, piercing scream unheard by anyone. A vast, low-slung, hairy body and a tangle of black legs, a gleam of many eyes and a pair of razor-sharp pincers. The thing scuttled away, tearing up the corridor and out of sight.
No!
The scene whirled, the darkness became complete, and Harry landed with a crash. Later, Harry met up with Ron and Hermione.
What's up?
Harry could barely get the words out of his mouth.
It was Hagrid, Ron. Hagrid opened the Chamber of Secrets 50 years ago.
The plot thickens. Yeah, and of course the book that Harry was writing in was the one Myrtle gave him.
Riddle might have got the wrong person. Maybe it was some other monster that was attacking people.
Hagrid would never have meant to kill anybody. We've always known that Hagrid was expelled. The attacks must have stopped after he was kicked out.
I'm going to the library to see if I can find information on Tom Riddle. And while I'm there, why don't both of you go and see Hagrid and ask him what happened?
I'm automatically getting flashbacks on this part. Oh my god.
We'd better be careful, Ron. We're not meant to be out in the grounds after dark. Let's split up to avoid getting caught. At least you can use your invisibility cloak to avoid being seen. Remember that you need to collect these to power up your cloak. They only last a short amount of time, so make sure you're out of sight when they run out. You can unlock the doors by using these pressure pads. You just need to charm a nearby object onto them. Wingardium Leviosa!
I love how they like whisper now when they do the spells. Ah.
Nice one, Harry. I'll meet you at Hagrid's. Good luck.
I remember this part of the game like so fondly. This is one of my favorite parts of the game. Well, when I was younger, I found this part to be like incredibly creepy and scary, and yeah, this area used to creep me out a lot. It's just okay. So we got Filch down there, and we can't get caught by him. We can use the invisibility cloaks to make things easier, but Filch isn't the only one creeping around.
Wingardium Leviosa!
We've also got some of the other professors as well. It's the atmosphere, like the music and just everything together just makes this like pretty creepy. And literally the second that they spot you, like the game like instantly just like cuts to them straight away, and it's kind of creepy. I don't really want to show it off because I would rather beat the thing, but you know, I used to find it pretty creepy, and it's just the one part of the game I'd simultaneously look forward to and not look forward to. Okay. I think there's something that we want to do up here first, and then we go around. Ooh, oh, that was close. Yeah, we want to do this, and then we go the other way, and then we can go on that path, because this will open it up. Oh, I thought that was like a little spell thing, but that was the moon. Can I jump? Yes, there we go. Makes things easier, because we want to... Oh, God! So far, this isn't actually the hard part. I think it might be the bit after this, or maybe the bit after that. This is kind of just to get you into the swing of things, just to freshen yourself up on how you play these parts, you know. surprising with all this jumping that Snape just can't hear you jumping around. It's a good thing we're not Link, otherwise instead of huh, it would be yeah. But then again, the sneaking sections on that game as well, and with the knights when you sneak into Zelda's castle. I was about to call her Princess Peach. That would have been very bad.
Who's there?
Oh. See, she almost spotted us there. You notice the game like just cut to it so quickly. Let's get the cloak again. I love, because you can hear in the background the music. You have like the sound effects as well, and the sound effects are just so ominous. I love it. Okay, this is where the game is picking up a bit more in difficulty for this section, but the bit after this is, I think it's where it actually gets quite a bit challenging. Obviously not hardest thing in the world challenging, but you know, something.
Reveal yourself.
Ugh. Something that can throw you off guard. Okay, let me. Because McGonagall can hear you quite a bit easier, apparently. Okay, let's quickly run to the door. Nice. Dun 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 dun. So this is where I'd segue into the fact that Metal Gear Solid, another PS1 game I'd like to do a Let's Play of, but there's an issue with that, I've never played it. Is he going to go back this way? Oh my gosh, he is, isn't he? Or is he not? Someone might think that you're up to something.
Anyone, Mr. Filch? No.
No.
I know you're there.
Getting very close. See, because there's two of them now, so this is what makes it harder. That was close. I don't know if I was supposed to do it like that, but sure. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. This could be very bad or very good. Throughout this game... yeah, it's coming back, okay. Throughout this game, like, I've been remembering things, but I haven't, like... I haven't felt, like, complete nostalgia towards everything that I've been playing. I feel like the nostalgia hit me a lot harder with the first one, despite the fact that I only played it once when I was younger. With this one, the nostalgia like hit me when I first started the game, but when I first started the game, like it was a test play, like a test for like the first, like I think it was just up to the dueling thing, because I was just testing if I could get the game working, and that's where like my nostalgia kicked in. And then throughout the game, it's been more of like, oh, I remember this, but I haven't felt like fuzzy nostalgia things towards it. Like, not too much anyway, maybe a little bit here and there. But here is like where it's like completely like kind of kicked up for me. So I remember this part like so well. Oh, I love this. Come on. Okay.
Who's there?
She spots you so easily. It's a good thing she doesn't know how to look up a little bit. I wonder if the cloak actually has a delay or not, because obviously you don't turn invisible straight away. Okay, that's going to turn back. Hello, Snape. Snape.
Who's there?
Severus Snape. 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 Severus Snape. It's going to go that way. Okay, we're going to go this way.
This pressure pad has a different image on it, and there are no objects to charm.
Oh, I remember this one. This is timed, I think. Yeah. Okay, let's quickly run. Just made it. Just made it.
You made it then, Harry. Shh! Someone's talking to Hagrid.
Yet again, Cornelius, I tell you that taking Hagrid away will not help in the slightest.
That must be Cornelius Fudge. He's the Minister of Magic. My dad's boss. Quiet, Ron.
Look at it from my point of view, Albus. I'm under a lot of pressure. Got to be seen to be doing something. If it turns out it wasn't Hagrid, he'll be back and no more said.
So, where am I going?
You'll only be going for a short stretch, Hagrid. It's not a punishment, more a precaution. If someone else is caught, you'll be let out with a full apology.
Not Azkaban.
Come along now, Hagrid.
If anyone wanted to find out some stuff, all they'd have to do would be to follow the spiders. That'd lead 'em right. That's all I'm saying.
Ron, look at all the spiders. I'm going to follow them. All right, be careful, Harry. I'll go and tell Hermione what we've heard.
Follow the spiders? Why couldn't it be follow the butterflies?